Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Alexis Piper. I am the lifestyle strategist for your womanhood success and development. Also, maturity. Okay, that's a key factor up in this place. All right. But for today, if you have ever experienced yourself in some toxic or awkward rooms or environments, and you get that feeling, that feeling that you feel, you get the hesitancy when you want to say something about it. You have this inner narrative that starts talking, that you start telling yourself, and it causes you to hold your breath instead of release your air. And so if this is you, keep listening, baby. Keep listening. Keep listening. I want to invite you into your womanhood being maximized, where you experience yourself mending from that, okay? Mending from the awkwardness and the toxicity within that. Allow yourself maturing into the courage to have a hard conversation. And then into experience the element for lifestyle mastery, okay? Yes, you can. So let's step into this momentum, in this momentum, and let's get started. In order for you to come into the courage to have hard conversations and no longer get caught up in all those feelings, the awkwardness, the feelings, that the hesitancy, all those things, it's going to require you to believe and just make this mental note that I won't show up in any more places where there are elephants in the room. Courage. Courage, okay? To not show up when there's an elephant in the room, or when there is an elephant in the room. If you don't know that term, that just means like there is something that's happening. You feel the awkwardness, you feel the tension in the room. You may step into a room, something may have happened between you and another individual that's also in the room, and y'all haven't cleared the air. And so y'all there, and it's awkward. Okay? And so I want to invite you into having and implementing the courage to have the hard conversation. Now, there's a way for a woman to use her voice. I have a whole resource that's dedicated to cultivating a significant sound. A whole YouTube series that I'm working on that's just waiting to be released when the time comes. And it's going to let you know that you don't just need to go around hashing every hardship that you go through, telling everybody off and giving everybody a piece of your mind. No, that's not you in maturity. That's not you in mending. That's in you in brokenness. That's in you in childlike ways, okay? That's you in girl tendencies. And we coming into womanhood maximized, okay? And so in order for you to clear the air, I need for you first to filter your feelings. First, filter your feelings. I can't get into how you gonna do that, okay, in a video, and I'm not going to. That's more of intimate one-on-one work. And you can sign up for one-on-one services with me, okay? It is an investment. It is an investment. I just want to put that out there for you. But I want you, before you go having hard conversations, I need for you to filter your feelings. Because if you are in your emotions and you're in your feelings, your words can get misconstrued. You can say things that are not relevant or necessary, that are just you trying to prove, or you in your hurt, and that's not what you want to project. So when you filter your feelings, there is a way for you to communicate with a sound that is significant. Pause. Okay? And so clearing the air has to first start with clearing the internal feelings within you and inner narratives that you may be telling yourself. See, I knew they didn't like me. See, whatever the inner narratives that you're telling yourself, you got to clear that air first. Clear the air within you first. Okay? Filter those feelings. Then number 2, in order to have the courage to have hard conversations. So number 1 is you having a hard conversation with yourself. Hey, am I in my feelings? Does this need to be said? Let me really clear my own air. That takes courage to look at you, because it's so easy to point the fingers and point at other people. But let's point at self. Let's have the courage to clear the air within self. And going back to point number 1, I felt the need to go back into that to show you that is also courage. And then point number 2, the courage to have the hard conversation is with other people. So once you do that within yourself, okay, and clear the air within yourself, now if God leads you to, because sometimes once you take step 1 and clear the air within yourself, God may tell you, don't speak on that. See, that takes the courage to trust the Father. That takes the courage to say, okay, well, you know what, God, I cleared the air within myself. I filtered the feelings. I've sought you to help show me myself, show me, me, and then lead me into what I need to do next. Because maybe the hard conversation just needs to stay between you and God. But then if God says, okay, no, you know what? You need to address this. You need to address this. Because if the hard conversation between you and God, you're going to have the courage to trust that he's going to deal with it. Or that he's going to allow you to have the peace that you need to where it doesn't trouble you. To where it doesn't burden you. We don't need to go around putting our mouths on everything, but there are certain things that we do need to speak up about. And when you honor number 1, then you can come into number 2. Number 2 is addressing the issue, address the concern, or speak up for what you need. Address the issue or the concern that you may have and speak up for what you need. That is okay. Once you've done number 1. So number 1 is the inner work. It all starts with what's working on the inside of you. Number 1 is the inner work. Number 2 now is addressing the external. So address the issue, the concern, and don't feel bad by communicating what you need. Nobody is going to read your mind. Nobody can read your mind. So don't feel like they should know me enough to where they should know me enough to. People can know you, but they can't read your mind, okay? They can't read your mind. So if you need something from them, articulate it in a way that you are mature, in a way to where it shows that you're mending, in a way to shows that your maturity, in a way that has always honored number 1, already honored number 1. Okay, address the issue. I didn't appreciate when you did, or it bothered me when you said, or what did you mean? Can you clarify for me, when this happened, can you clarify me what you meant by that? These are just some examples. And then number 3, listen intently. Listen intently. Listen to them. Don't listen to respond. Don't listen to prove. Don't listen to backlash. Don't listen to belittle. Don't listen like that. Listen intently to receive what they're saying, whether they give you an apology or not, whether they give you the response that you were looking for or expecting or not. The outcome ain't up to you. The outcome is not up to you. The outcome is not up to you. Okay? Listen intently, not to respond. That's step number 3, all right? And so for you to have the courage to have the hard conversation, let's seal this deal. Okay? Let's seal the deal with this brief recap. Number 1, no more elephants in the room. Clear the air. Clear your inner air first, okay? Don't go around saying, I'm finna clear air, I'm finna clear air, I'm finna clear air. Clear the air, all right? Clear the air within you first. Filter your feelings. Talk to God and submit your emotions to the help of the Holy Spirit, to the help of the Father. If you are not saved, I invite you into salvation in this moment, because you will not be able to clear the air in a way that allows your womanhood to be maximized in a mended, mature, and mastery way if you don't have the master himself. if you don't do life in and with the Master himself. And so I invite you into salvation for you to say, God, I need you. God, I need you to teach me how to filter my emotions. God, I need you to teach me how to clear the air in a way to where I first clear my air with you. I believe that you are the Son of God. I believe that you died and rose again with me in mind. And I choose to give my life to you, to be both my Savior and my Lord, my Master. I celebrate you for doing that. If you did that, I celebrate you. Oh, I celebrate you. Okay? Pat yourself on the back. And then I want to invite you into a 24-day challenge. If you've been in this series, this is part 4 of this series on courage, you being a woman of courage. And I want to invite you into the opportunity to, oh, wait a minute. Did I go through the rest of them? I stopped at number 1. Okay, number 2 is address the issue. We sealing the deal. I got ahead of myself. We're sealing the deal, and I ain't editing that out, okay? We sealing the deal. Number 2 is to address the issue, the concern, or the need. Articulate. You have a significant sound. Once you clear the air and you adhere to the Father, if he tells you, hey, yes, I need you to speak up here. Yes, I want you to say that. I want you to point this out. I need you to articulate your needs. People can't read your mind. Do it in a way to where you have first honored yourself with number 1. Then number 3 was to listen intently, not to respond. Okay, so now I want to invite you into this 24-day challenge to where you are having the courage to cultivate simply put values. See, womanhood maximize needs a value system. A woven woman's a lifestyle is governed by her values. Okay, and sometimes you may need help if you're just getting started on this journey, or if you're a woman and you need a refresh, a reboot. If you want to shed some skin, as I talked about in video number 1 or 2 or one of them, and come into, this courage to cultivate, simply put values for yourself. And this challenge is titled The Woman I Want to Be. Who is the woman you want to be? It's time to start identifying some values for her, for this next level of her, or for this new level of her, whichever place that you fall on the spectrum. I invite you in to do that. To be courageous, saved, changed, successful, at peace, right? Courageous. And so I invite you in to do that. And pat yourself on the back for sticking through this, for loving on yourself enough to listen to this, for choosing salvation if you chose salvation. Pat yourself on the back, homegirl, but don't stop there. I want you to play this back, play this back, play this back. Let it sink in, okay? Let it sink in, all right? And then talk to me in the comments. Talk to me in the comments. What did you hear that helped you to honor yourself for your womanhood being maximized? I do. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing from you. And then I want you to do one more thing. I want you to go down to the description box and search for the gold. The gold in the description box are the links to further connect with us, the link for coming into our email community to find out first dibs, insider perks, okay, for the 24-day challenge, the woman that I want to be, and also further ways to connect with us. And hey, I love you. I love you, okay? I don't know you, but I love you because you are a woman who has been created by God the Father. And I want what's best for you. I want his best for you. And so does God, because he loves you more than me, okay? He loves you more than you love yourself. But I want you to love yourself, okay, by loving God back. Love God back in a way to where you begin to have the courage to implement the things that this video talked about in having hard conversations with yourself, with other people, and then to have the conversation with yourself to tell yourself, listen, listen, don't respond, listen. All right. Now, I believe in you. So until the next video, let's do this.